Paying for the diesel. Hold on.
Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers podcast. I'm in here with Boss Man Jay and Mayor Socrates, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 years that Puff has essentially been handed down for his role in being a freak, essentially, and also the Super
What's
Bowl.
the crime? What was the crime, bro?
Yeah,
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. That shit
it's
crazy. But
pretty.
go ahead, my bad.
But also the Super Bowl. We'll be talking about the Bad Bunny and the backlash of people not wanting him to be the Super Bowl performer, and just another year of essentially certain people in a certain demographic not wanted at the Super Bowl by a
White,
certain other
white folks.
demographic. But anyway, yeah,
White.
we're gonna get to this Puff here, and like Boss Man
Mm-hmm.
Jay was saying, um, it's crazy how we didn't really get too much of what Puff actually did during this trial, and what he did essentially get charged for. Is that really a 4 year crime, especially that he's already been sitting in there for what, a year and a half, almost 2 years, or a
Mm-hmm.
year? So I mean, is what he's sitting in there for flying in the sex workers, paying the sex workers to do their whatever, and
Prostitution. Prostitution.
yeah, prostitution essentially is what he's getting 4 years for, and I don't necessarily think that's 4 years is warranted. I think he did his time. That's why when I saw the charges, I thought to myself, well, he's gonna get time served because he's gonna do any time for essentially paying for sex workers and being a freak. I mean, we need to actually get some actual crime behind that. Because not saying that's not a crime, because we know it's a crime, to pay to play,
Mm-hmm.
but that is a very limited time that somebody may do, or even
Yeah,
get,
I
or
don't
just
ever
have to
remember
pay.
somebody. Yeah, I don't remember somebody just getting a long, lengthy sentence for that crime.
Right.
Usually that sounds like 60 days to me. You know what I'm saying? 90 days. But 4 years for Puff. Man, somebody got it out for Puff. And it could be tied to, the whole, him trying to buy these different entities and use Revolt as a black platform essentially. But whoever it is, they got some real pull, and thankfully the jury didn't go along with that bullshit and trying to really throw the book at him. But 4 years, that does sound like that sounds a little heavy handed. And then let's not forget the $500,000 fine and 5 years of supervised release after he was. So
Yeah.
five hundred
Okay.
thousand.
My thing is this: if he gonna be charged, well, since he's already got sentenced to 4 years, 500,000, then 5 years of supervisor, why hasn't anything been done to Cassie? Why is he trying to sue her for taking that money and then still testifying against her? Why is he the only somebody being punished in this situation?
I mean, Cassie did have immunity because she was snitching, you know, and she worked with the state, so she had immunity. And as
Yeah.
far as the NDA, I don't think that NDA, supersede federal indictments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got it. They write it how they want to write it, and she get off with 30 bands. No, not even. Ooh, way more than 30 bands. She get off with 30 M,
Yeah.
and this man get 4 years plus on some, a very public trial. That was a very public trial. That was a very you know, what would you say, contentious trial. The more the news came out, everybody we like, man, wait a minute, what might get off? This might
And he
not
ain't
even
allowed to
be
be a freak
convicted.
no more.
I don't think he's
I
gonna
mean,
write out the freakiness, but him actually committing a crime that is warranted for the time that he's been handed down.
But what
I don't
crime?
think. Well, I mean, the crime
prostitution.
is paying for, and flying people across state lines for the act of, you know,
Okay,
doing the act.
but in
No,
order,
I think he got. I
wouldn't
think
they?
that got dismissed, bro. I think
Yeah, because
the
wouldn't they
going
have to
across
be
state
forced to
line.
do that? He ain't forced nobody to do anything. They did this willingly, and
Yeah,
half
but
of
the
the time
pain
it
the
was Cassie.
the
It
yeah the
was Cassie that
pain
was
the
initiating this shit.
yeah, but the paying for the services. This is where they're essentially saying that there's a crime.
Okay,
Because
so
Mhm.
he's
why didn't the Patriots owner go to jail?
well, I mean, we know why he didn't go to jail because the man is an elite of the world. He's an elite billionaire. I mean, Puff is close, but he ain't close. He ain't that
Mhm.
close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got caught red-handed up in that party,
Exactly.
Mhm.
but we know how the game goes, and we understand that at the end of the day, Puff skin is his sin in this world. So
So
they're going they're going to treat it as if he's doing all of this. And I mean, just to go down the conspiracy road, we know all the other things that Puff, essentially with the videos that he had in his house, we don't know who are on those tapes because let's just keep it real. Puff's trial and this whole situation is like a mini. It's like a mini version of Epstein files, as that
Mhm.
that when it comes to who was on his tapes at his Diddy parties, the multiple Diddy parties over the last, let's say, 25 plus years, of people going to his places in Miami, Cali. I think those are the two main places he was having his parties at, his white party affairs at. And we know everybody from who and who, who's who were at these parties and were filmed as well. So,
Mhm.
it's a lot of people, just not celebrities. We know probably politicians. But Obama was winning with the vote or die, and I mean I
Mhm.
remember seeing some videos with that, and they were talking. Well, the real party begins after this one. You know what I'm saying? We got yeah, I remember him saying it. The real party start after this party. So it's like when you look at it from that angle, it's like it's just a lot of people that's connected in this situation, and Puff is essentially the face of it all. And Puff had other dealings that we know made people upset within the business world, the entertainment world, and essentially ended him up in court. So it's like, yeah, he shouldn't have these 4 years. And we know people like the Patriots owner and all of these high elite men that deal in these sexual acts, whether it's consensual but they're paying for it, or it's with minors, because we know essentially with the Epstein files, it's all the minors that were involved, all the children that were involved in that. And I don't know what that had anything to do with Puff. We don't know. I don't know how far that goes with that, but we know that elite people have dealt with Puff, and those people I don't think wanted to come, and be seen
Mhm.
by the public on those Puffy videos, because Puff had a lot of this stuff recorded, and that was the
Well, we
main
did
thing
see
that.
how everybody. We saw how everybody disowned P Diddy right after all this came out. It's not
Yeah,
like this was a secret. This wasn't a secret, bro.
no,
But
at
everybody
all.
disowned him at the moment that it came out.
Hmm.
Just like, I mean, I guess you could say, the fickle nature of society and especially hip hop culture, because Young Thug, that tape had came out way before, but then it got re-released and then it became a thing. Same thing with
Yeah,
Puff here. Everybody knew what Puff been doing. It's not been a secret. But now it's a problem because some other things may have been going on behind the scenes where he was trying to boss up even further.
yeah.
And if they got anything on you, if they can use it, they're gonna use it. So they had that on them the whole while.
Hmm.
You know. So that's how I look at it, man. It's
Yeah. And the
so
4 years just isn't warranted. I mean, the man should have got time served, in my opinion. Let him walk. Uh, you didn't
I
have
still think they should give him
anything.
time for
He should be at the house. They don't have
when the
really
evidence
anything.
starts coming out, bro, when the evidence starts coming out, you start seeing that they didn't have anything. It's like, wait a minute,
Yeah, they didn't
this
have
might
enough.
be a hit job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because at that point, they start to look like idiots. So now they gotta try to stick them with something so they don't feel like they took a huge loss. But my thing is, so let that man serve 2 more months and let him go on good behavior. Because they say he's in there teaching a class or something. I don't know what type of class I'll be wanting to attend or did it,
Business,
but
business class. He'll be in the
I
man
mean,
now.
yeah,
We gotta give him a prop.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But you think he
You
should
know,
just got them 2 months and
yeah,
let him go on to the career?
it, yeah. If you want to feel like you want something, you've already taken what, a year and a half, 2 years of his life on some bullshit charges. So you just
Man, we
gave
ain't
him
never seen you
another
puff with no gray hair, man. This
exactly.
ain't
Now,
even puff. I know with gray hair, man. Let that man get back to his Beijing.
you already in the game for 4 years. So I'm guessing that 2 years that he's already done counts toward that 4 years. I hope that's how they're gonna do it. So just let him serve the fucking 2 months that's on the end, and then send him home for the 5 years.
But it's
He'll
not
be a freak
about
again.
that. It's
Yeah,
about
it ain't about
sending
it.
a message. It's
They've
about
already
sending.
done that. They've publicly humiliated this man. They've already
Yeah.
done that.
They still trying to do it. Clearly, that's the whole
Definitely at that.
point. They trying to continue to send
The
this
message
message to
has been
let.
sent and received. They got motherfuckers shook. Ain't nobody having pies no more but the white folks.
Man, that's what they
Shit.
want to. That's what they
Hey,
want to do. That's what they want to do,
these
Mayor
niggas that started
Socrates.
wearing skirts and shit now. Cause they
Yeah,
scared.
yeah, man. That's what they still trying to do, though. That's what they still
Message
trying to do.
received, man. Let that man go home to his motherfucking kids, man.
They wanna continue to to lay the hammer down to let people know if you want to get to this status, if you want to move up in the entertainment world, if you want to move up in this world in general, if you want to become a rich black man within America, if you want to make a lot of money and you want your face to be seen, especially because there are black billionaires that don't have their face, that we don't know who they really are unless they go on a podcast like Earn Your Leisure or some of these
hmm
black podcasts that are more for the mainstream. They're out there, right? It's very few of them. We know there's not that many, but
hmm
if you wanna make your money, but you wanna have a good time making your money, you actually want to be a role model to the people, uh, and you want to move up and you want to be seen and known. Let me tell you, you're going. If you don't do what we want you to do, if you don't, we don't stay within the lines that we feel like you need to stay in between, we gonna
hmm
punish you. We gonna make you feel it, and that's what they did to Puff. They did to Ye, right? And
hmm
when you want to move up in these areas, you have to stay in a certain ballpark. You can't move all around. So like okay, for instance, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a billionaire many times over that we know. And Elon Musk he bought a social media platform to do and say as he pleases. And he even questions the president of the United States on multiple of occasions. You do not see Elon Musk sweating any of it. Matter of fact, he made up with Trump. It looked like at the Charlie Kirk funeral, but that's a whole nother
hmm
story. But I'm just bringing that up to say there is a line that Elon Musk can go all the way across the board. He can go east to west, north to south, and nobody's gonna say nothing. They
hmm
might have a disagreement, but guess what? He's still gonna be able to wake up in the morning and do and say as he pleases because there's no system to hold him back when he gets to a certain position. He'll make it seem as if there's a system and say, "Oh, this is holding me back. This is doing that," but
I'm
ain't
an
nothing holding
immigrant.
him back. Yeah, nothing's holding him back from doing what he want to do. This man all over the place doing what he want to do. But as soon as Puff, who has nowhere near the money, nowhere near really the pool, right? As soon as he creeps just a little bit in that club and he wants to do certain things or he doesn't agree with certain business situations that are going on, look what happens. His house gets raided. He gets put in prison. He gets publicly humiliated for his sexual preferences and things that he likes to do. He gets drugged in under the mud. Why? Because the system that he wants to be a part of does not take him all the way because he can only be a role player. He can only be a tool used in that club. He can't essentially be a for
Mm,
real member. He can't be a for real member for real
fuck
because
no.
if he was a real member of that club, guess what? He would have freedom speech to do as he pleases. And since he
And
doesn't
that
have
wasn't
the freedom
freedom
of
of
speech
speech.
to do as he pleases and to do the things that he wants to do and call people out when he feels like there's wrong business deals or he wants more equity in the situation or he wants more percentages, he pissed people off. Oh, you think you one of us? Well, guess what? You not. So we gonna make you feel that you not one of us. And
We're
this
gonna,
is
we gonna
why
point out your
he's
sexual deviancy.
exactly. Even though we know the club that he wants to be a part of, or essentially is a part of a little bit, um,
Mm-hmm.
we know how freaky
Yeah.
these are the freakiest people on the planet. This is the whole reason why this is the whole reason why the Epstein files is sealed and dealed. Because
For
you know what I
real.
mean? We want to talk about Puff and his baby oil. Shit, these people own baby oil. They own Johnson and Johnson. You know, they're the ones. They're the freakiest of the freakiest. You know, but Puff,
Man, like you said
he,
it. You right.
you know.
Keep
So yeah,
going.
he's
Keep
just
going. Look.
he's just the example being made of our people within this country that want to become the household names that want to make generational wealth for our families, and we have to play games in these circles because we
Mm-hmm.
don't have the absolute power that other people have within this realm of this country. So he is just being he's being the example put out there to be like, look, you want to go this far? Look, what we'll do to you if you do try to get here and play games. Because we already know what they did to Kanye. You know, Ye went out there and did what he did already on Drink Champs and all the
Yeah,
little
but they
interviews
did.
he did.
He should have learned from Bill Cosby. He saw what they did to him. He saw they stripped that man of everything. Like
Oh,
so,
countless others, countless others. But no made a
Right.
good
yeah.
point. This is a game you've been playing for a long time, didn't you know? And now you see that them people will, get rid of you in a split second. But
Mhm.
you had a long run, my boy. You had a long, long run. So
Yeah, dude.
I want to say, I want to read his statement. He says, I want to personally apologize again to Cassie Ventura for any harm or hurt that I've caused her, emotionally or
Man, fuck her.
physically. I've been humbled. I've been humbled and broken to my core. I hate myself right now. I got stripped down to nothing. I beg your honor for mercy. Sean Combs. Okay, that was him essentially trying to, beg for mercy from the court. Uh, we know he ended up getting 4 years. That's a very heavy-handed sentence coming down from the court under the Mann Act. You know, that's the name of the
Mhm.
law that he was sentenced under. But um, he's right. They stripped him down to his core. And I mean, we can look through history, man. It's. I think it's one of those things that African American men have to navigate once you start, rising to these certain levels. And if they have anything on you, it can and will be used against you at a later time and date. So I don't. Do I feel sorry for Diddy? Not really. Like I said, you had a long run,
I,
bro.
yeah,
You
I
was
think it's fucked up. I don't feel sorry for him because you know what I'm saying. Like he did put his hands on a female, which ain't cool at all. But to crucify this man for being a fucking freak is crazy.
yeah, but we definitely not, like I said, not crying any tears for Cassie either. She did get that 30
So the
M,
fuck ain't. And
She
she
did get that
initiated a
30
lot of
M
these freak offs.
and
A lot,
immunity,
a lot of, and
so
then Jane Doe even admitted to the time that he put his hands on her that she initiated. She hit him first.
so you see, I
So
mean, it's a lot of they paint it black and white, but it's always shades of gray.
I feel like Diddy should have got on when he doing his trial. He should have got up and spoke his truth. Cause I'd have told on them bitches, y'all gonna
And then they
feel me.
probably would
I'm
have hit him
finna
with
tell it.
15 years.
It's all right. The truth would have been out. We all going to jail together.
I mean, a $500,000 fine. So Diddy still got them M's after giving her 30 M's, huh?
Man, you know that man fucking rich as hell. They still
He was
ain't took
up
all that
400.
man money.
He was up like 400. Yeah, he was up by 400.
Yeah. So
Probably more.
basically, mostly a lot of his money went to obviously lawyer fees, and mostly gonna go to the
I
lawyer. The lawyer
he
done
still
came up.
that man still gonna be rich when he get out of jail. He still got. I'm pretty sure he still got some type of money coming in.
Oh, his kids probably
Then he,
got trust funds. You
oh
Yeah,
hell
they doing
yeah.
fine.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like you said, 25 years of this shit and all of them,
know, yeah, good run.
the alcohol and clothing line and TV shows. Shit.
I'm just gonna throw one line of I'm gonna to Diddy's accountant. Just so happens to run into the Game Changers podcast. Go ahead and just put some Bitcoin. Go and put some Bitcoin on my boys. My boys' balance sheet. You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
And
nah, sign me up. Sign me up
you
on the
you
Illuminati. Fuck the Bitcoin.
throw throw a couple
You
M's
ain't
on
ready
some
for this.
Bitcoin, and and it'll flip. That'd be a nice little move for Puff. I think Puff is gonna be cool. He's gonna be all right. Like we said, he still has his money. He'll have lawyers he's gonna have to pay. He's gonna have all this other stuff he's gonna have to pay, but he still got businesses running. I think he has some deals or even on the table for him while he's even locked up. I don't know any of the specifics with them, but I think he'll be all right. Me personally, this is a wild card I'm gonna throw out there. I think he's gonna get into the podcast game when he gets out. I think
Oh yeah.
he's gonna have people who will come on his show because now he's in the clear. He did his time, so he'll set up
He didn't
interviews with
snitch on
people.
nobody.
So you
People
don't think
he's
there'll be a stigma? You don't think there'll be a stigma on Puff in the
Nah, I
industry?
don't think so. I don't
Cause
think so.
nobody.
I think he's gonna get out and he's gonna be able to have a lot of connections that will come on there, his show and his podcast, and they'll talk because we're so far into like the podcast, internet game, streaming game. He could get into the streaming game. I don't see it's gonna hurt Puff
Man, hell
because
no, hell no. I don't think
nah,
he even needs to go
I
that
think
route because I mean he got so much money already.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
not Diddy style though.
Well, I'm
I
not.
don't see
Mm-mm.
him
You don't think
doing that.
streaming's Diddy's style? Y'all tripping. That dude ain't nothing but flash and cash. That's
I'm
all
talking
he
about
do.
podcast. I'm talking about podcast. I don't
Man,
see
that's
him.
all
But
Diddy was
I'm saying
doing. Y'all
after
act
this
like
though,
this man
no,
didn't start
after
reality
this
TV. This man was one of the beginnings of
he did.
reality TV. He
You
was one of
right,
the
you
beginning of
right, he
hip hop
did.
reality TV. Why would he not
Yeah,
do a
But now,
podcast or hop on something? That don't even make no sense. Come on, y'all.
no,
That man started.
back then, because you can cut the cameras off. But nowadays, it's like
What are you talking
the
about? He
world is
can
so
cut the
open.
camera off on a podcast. They got editing. He don't got to put out everything.
I'm
Like,
saying every time he go to the store, every time he's out in public, it's broadcasted. It's something. You know what I'm saying? He gonna want
bro
to
was
go
doing that
low
before
key.
y'all. He was doing it before he got locked up. He was going
Yes,
back to
before he got
Brooklyn and
locked
New
up.
York. He was doing all that.
But
He
after
gonna
he
do
got
it.
locked up,
He gonna do it
things
again.
changed.
He gonna put the band. He gonna
His
put the. He
whole
gonna
image
dye
has
his hair
changed
black.
since then.
He gonna dye his hair black back. He gonna put the glasses back on. He gonna put the jewelry back on, and he gonna hook up with the right people. And he gonna be out there doing his thing. Believe me, that's dude's personality. He's gonna be
I ain't
out
saying
there.
he's not gonna do his thing. I just don't see him doing a podcast.
All right, man. We gonna see.
Yeah,
And
now
he
he might have a damn TV show or some shit. Like he too. That's what I'm saying. He got some more money there where he might do the 50 Cent thing. He might have some, you know what I'm saying, some shows like that. He act in them or something, or do
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't see podcast.
A reality TV
But yeah,
show
that'll
called
be
Doing
whatever.
Diddy. Yeah, Doing Diddy coming soon. He might even change his name again.
Yeah, he might.
Mm.
I can see that. Shit.
Brother Love, that shit was so fake. Come on, man.
Yeah,
He
I don't know where he
was.
was going. I don't know what
Shit.
he was going with that. It's like he almost
Had
like
that
he knew
mohawk.
it
He
was
was
that.
trying to rebrand.
Yeah, I think he kind of knew it was coming to an end or something. But at the end of the day, that wasn't even. Yeah, that was
Mm.
kind of that was corny, man. I don't get it. But yeah, we got some other stuff on the
But shout
table
out
though,
Pup,
man.
man. I still
Yeah,
bumping his music.
shout out Puff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
We'll see what
What
happens with
music?
his see what they do with his sentencing here in the next couple of years. See if it gets shortened or what.
Anyway, out of sight, out of mind. We'll
Yeah.
forget about his ass soon anyway. Yeah, nobody care.
Free Pup, man. Free Pup.
Yeah, free my
Free
nigga
Pup.
Diddy.
But go ahead now.
No, I know we got some other stuff on the table here tonight. You know, in the second half of the show, um, a lot of a lot of
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have been upset that a
Controversy.
certain artist
Mm-hmm.
will be performing at this year's Super Bowl, at the 2025 Super Bowl. Uh, bad baby.
Bad Bunny.
I'm not really
And they talking
into.
about boycott.
Yeah, I don't know bro's music. I've never really heard too much of it. I know it's mostly in Spanish. You know, it's a reggaeton style of music, and he's very
Mm-hmm.
popular. I mean, he's up there with the Beyonces and Chris Browns, and I'm
Oh,
he's up there. He's up there like
Yeah,
that.
he
He,
is, but
I
I
that's
mean,
just
yeah, but
I mean
not
because
up
he's
there
in
with the
Latin America, he's
Beyonces and
speaking
Chris
Spanish. That's
Brown.
a large.
yeah, I'm just saying
He
in
up there,
terms
bro.
of I'm
He's selling
saying
like that.
please let me talk, man. In terms of filling out arenas, he's at that level. Now, if you personally individually like the man music is a whole nother thing. I'm just saying the dude packs out stadiums like crazy in arenas. Like he does it. So this is why the NFL reached out to him. You know what I mean? Because of the level of people he could bring to see him perform. But yeah, people are bad. People are upset. You know, for whatever reason. We know it's a certain demographic, but not everybody want to hear that. Understandably, like I get it. You know,
He- So it says thousands of NFL fans are threatening to boycott unless the NFL replaces Bad Bunny with the American performer. This is an absolute disgrace to NFL fans. The Puerto Rican superstar is one of the biggest global artists in the world, but critics are upset that many of his songs are primarily in Spanish. The debate is now trending across social media as the league stands by its selection. Damn. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I don't want to hear no Spanish either. Everybody like this is American football. This ain't football, real football. This is football Americano. So being that it's the biggest spectacle in sports for the most part, Super Bowl halftime. So I mean, you can't really think of any other entertainment event that's bigger, right? But you got an American audience, bro. English speaking audience, bro. We're not trying to see a Latin performer that has mostly, Spanish song. Like you said, that's gonna
but
end up being everybody gonna tune out. Go ahead.
I'm gonna step in and play the devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of Latina NFL fans, and they
Mm-hmm.
go back decades of fandom for the NFL. And I know
Yeah.
there's at least three NFL teams that have benefited probably millions, if not billions of dollars from the Hispanic community. The Dallas Cowboys, the Oakland slash Vegas Raiders,
And the
and your
49ers.
49ers, Popeye.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
those
Hey.
hey,
those three
we got
those
a big Spanish following.
Yeah. So yes, I understand that the majority of the base that are listeners of whatever music that you may like want to hear an American-based artist, which Bad Money is, because Puerto Rico is basically a territory of America. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
people don't look at it like that,
Look
but
at it.
it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't need your passport to go there. But um obviously most people are going to be English speaking, but the thing is there is a lot of people of Latino and Latina descent from these Spanish speaking countries that do listen to this man. So they're going to have their good time when that music comes on. When they hear that, they're going to get their love. Because us as black people, we may not have been Kendrick fans all the way. Not every black person is a Kendrick fan. Just like I know every Hispanic
Mm-hmm.
fan is not a Bad Bunny
Bad
fan.
Bunny.
But we
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed our Super Bowl last year and the last few years with black performers that did black American music. And white people
And
have
and
had
we get
their white performers perform. People need to embrace the multiculturalism of America. And that's so crazy to me how we kind of forget that. Yes, we know what this country is built
Mm-hmm.
on. We know the history of this country. We know what a lot of people, the majority of this country may feel, and a lot of people within that majority want this country to go. They want to rewind the clock and they want to bring it to a time to where, you know, a lot of us minorities had no say so on whatever went on or what happened. But if we are realistic on what is going on in this world, what goes on in our day to day, what we see on a day to day, what makes America what it is the multiculturalism of America. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what anybody say, that is the truth. Now, people are in different groups of people are going to have their opinions on other people and different races and religions and stuff. But America is America because of the multiculturalism of America. I don't care because I can get up today. I can go mess with Ming Ling at the Chinese spot and go get me some Chinese. And after that, I can go down the street and I can go over to the Mexican spot and mess with Juan and them and give me some enchiladas and tacos. You know what I'm talking about? It's just what it is. You can't do that everywhere. You can't do that in every country. You can't do that in every continent. And I think that's what people should realize sometimes. That's what makes America great. When they always try to say make America great again, that's really what makes America great is the different people in America. So allow different performers. Allow
So
people
tell me
to
this: did you see the Trump threatening that ICE agents will be posted at the Bad Bunny halftime show? Trump is, uh, needless to say, the whole that side of the aisle is furious that this is even happening. The American values and this and that they feel are under attack, and this man is threatening to put ICE agents at the Super Bowl halftime show. Man,
yeah, I saw that and
like
I guess the follow up to that, I guess they don't really even know they don't even really know they don't really have like a set plan what they're gonna do. I just saw the
yeah,
article from that from I
they
think
just
the
winging it.
Hill. Yeah, they don't have even like a set plan of how what they're gonna do or how they do. Because I mean, what are y'all saying? So what you gonna have a Hispanic performer? So you think a whole bunch of illegal immigrants or illegal aliens are gonna get into the Super Bowl? That you're gonna just do this big sweep?
Blatantly, blatantly racist, bro. Like let's call it what it is. This administration is, dog whistling. That's a dog whistle. You know, just saying something without saying something. And it's I laugh about it, but bro, it's really disheartening. You know what I'm saying? It's the world we live in. So you said something that you right. We are a multicultural country, and I am speaking from my perspective as a black man. So when you're thinking about Hispanic representation in the NFL, that is American Hispanic. So they
Mm,
are bilingual, if nothing else, but they are not strictly Spanish
no.
speakers.
Mm,
So that's the part, that's the nuanced part of it, I would say. Um, these strictly Spanish speaking people, I'm quite sure some strictly Spanish speaking people are going to watch the Super Bowl. They have ESPN Deportes, they have their own telecast and all that.
yeah.
But in order for how can I say for the traditional music, American music. And I get what they said, and that does sound kind of racist, you know what I'm saying? But it
Mm.
is kind of true. I can see it from both sides. And you made a good point. This country is multicultural, but I don't think this is the stage to showcase that
Hey
multiculturalness
man,
in
I'm gonna
this
tell you the
country.
truth though. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Who played in Brazil in the preseason or the first one of the first NFL game? I don't know if it was preseason or the first NFL game.
Eagles, Eagles, and the Packers.
Yeah, Eagles and the Packers.
That was
Okay.
last year. Hmm.
No, somebody
And then
played.
Kansas
The
City,
Somebody
Chiefs, the
Kansas
Chiefs,
City,
the Chiefs did
Kansas
this
City,
year.
and yeah, Kansas
Chargers.
City and Chargers. Yeah.
Now let me tell you, that was the best halftime show in the history of NFL halftime shows, outside of
What
Michael
was it? I
Jackson
didn't
doing the
see it.
Super Bowl. Just go on YouTube and look it up. Look up the new halftime show for the Chiefs in San Diego and Brazil, and you're gonna understand why I say it's the best one behind Michael Jackson. It
Was
was
it like
great.
Carnival? Carnival.
Yeah, it was Carnival. Yeah, yeah, that's the best way. That's a great way to put it. It was Carnival. It was
Oh,
Carnival,
really?
man. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was definitely, if we had that as a Super Bowl, ain't nobody turning it off. Racism gonna go out the window when you see something like that.
Yeah.
They gonna applaud when they see a show like that. So yeah, man, like it all depends on what you putting out there, how you entertaining people. Everybody, I guess, is gonna have their opinions, especially in your taste of music and whatever your
Yeah.
background. But
Hmm.
you know, it is what it is. I mean, you can't please everybody, and if they really wanted to just not please anybody, they just wouldn't have the show. And shit, they could just let people sit
Hmm.
there, right? But
People still gonna
they have to.
complain.
Yeah.
Right, they still gonna complain. So it's like you can't, what I mean, you can't make everybody happy, man. So I guess
So final
the end.
question. Final question to close this on out. No, my bad. But final question to
Mhm.
close this out. Do you believe that by the time the Super Bowl comes along, the NFL gonna stick with this, or they gonna come up with some kind of alternative to do this and something else? Because that would make sense too, right?
Yeah,
To have
mix it
this
up a little bit.
guy and somebody else. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think the NFL will do under the pressure? Because you know what when we say pressure, you know where it's coming from.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what do you think the NFL will do?
Man, I think they're gonna stick with it. But if they do anything to add a little flip to it, they'll add a performer. They might bring somebody in between his performance or something that makes people a little more happy, or bring somebody else in at the very end of it to kind of like clean it up, par se, quote unquote, to make a certain demographic more comfortable, which they could do. I mean, they
Hmm.
could easily do that and make people more willing to be happy about the performance.
I
But
mean, I'm sure he got a lot of American features, so just bring them out with you.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that might be
Problem
what
solved.
happens because he does have a lot. He does have a lot of features from rappers and pop stars and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
there
not
you
gonna
go.
be
Problem solved. Bring one
right,
from each fucking genre out with you. I'm pretty
right. You
sure you
know what
got one in
I'm saying?
there going. Bring one out from each one.
And but this and just to end, I mean, before we end it off, it's just crazy to me though, because bro, I've been to Cancun twice, and
Hmm.
don't nobody give a damn about nobody speaking no Spanish when people out there with their pina coladas on the beach and they out there chilling and they go to the little bars and clubs and they out there with they don't nobody care about that then. And it's the same crowd of people sometimes to me is like, yeah, I don't want to hear that during the show. But it's like yeah, you go travel somewhere, no problem. And you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
give a
And
fuck who
I
perform.
mean, is
yeah,
that because we American and we want what we want?
yeah, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking it, but to me, it's just like, damn, like that much to complain. You know what I'm saying? Like Meritocracy is saying, like I don't give a damn on the real. Like I'm not gonna hit up the NFL. Like the NFL literally probably getting emails and
Yeah. What it take a
people are
certain type of
under.
person to do that though. It take a certain type of person
Yeah,
You
to
they
know what type
tell
of
the
person we
NFL is
talking about.
mad.
you directly
Yeah.
emailing the front office of the NFL, and you going to the main Facebooks and the X pages, the official pages, and writing a paragraph and
Hmm.
writing whole
Went
letters.
to the store and bought them some poster board and paint, and they finna pick it. We already know what who they are.
Man,
So,
it's just so crazy to me. But yeah, man, I think you're right. I think that's what they might do, man, is mix it up a little bit, make people happy. and go on with the game afterwards. So it's that
Nobody give a fuck. We ain't come for the halftime show. I came for the game.
right, and to see who wins, and but it's
But
the
you know what I'm
spec.
saying?
It's
Like he gonna be rocking the 49ers shit anyway, cause we going that's another day, another topic.
oh man, y'all
So
might though. Mac Jones is on
Hello, I'm
fire right.
JJ the Boss, and welcome to the Game Changer podcast, where we break it all down from the latest news and sports world events, politics, and much more. If you're looking for real conversations, powerful insights, and perspectives that challenge the norm, you're in the right spot. Each episode, we dive deep, keep it raw and real because we're not just talking about the game, we're changing it. So lock in, subscribe, and get ready. This is the Game Changer podcast, and the change starts now.